Texas to eliminate paper license plates starting July 1st, 2025. This is a big win for law enforcement. Let's check it out.
A little more than a month, drivers will see a massive change for Texas license plates. In the wake of an NBC5 investigation, the state legislature voted to eliminate paper tags. Those temporary license plates will be eliminated starting July 1st. And tonight, senior investigative reporter Scott Friedman with how we got here and how a new system will impact all of us.
There aren't many cities where police look forward to the end of paper tags more than Grand Prairie.
How big an improvement do you think this is going to be for law enforcement?
Game changer. So presently, our officers are taking fake paper tags off the street every day.
Chief Daniel Cesny has battled to rid the streets of them ever since the death of Officer Brandon Sy, killed in a crash trying to stop a driver with a fraudulent paper tag.
The tag that was on the vehicle he was chasing was also scanned on over 200 other vehicles.
Brian, what we found points to fraud on a
200 other vehicles. That's insane.
Scale that's hard to comprehend.
More than 3 years ago, NBC5 Investigates showed how fraudulent paper tags had become a multi-million-dollar black market industry. Maybe you remember this from our first report. We flew over what was at the time the biggest car dealer in North Texas, at least on paper, a vacant lot with no cars. Someone using this address had obtained a car dealer license and issued more than 17,000 paper tags in 8 months, more than any brand name dealer in North Texas.
There's no way. Absolutely no way. And you know, I mean, there's just no way. You can't get 17,000 cars there. That's
I love
completely
his reaction, but yeah,
chain.
there is no way. That's impossible. I mean, 17,000. Somebody was making some serious cash off of this.
Law enforcement experts told us the problem was anyone could get a dealer's license for just hundreds of dollars, often with no in-person background check. With a dealer's license, they could access the state's electronic tag system, enter fake information, print real Texas tags, and sell them illegally on social media. Those bogus tags were then sometimes put on cars used to commit other crimes because they create ghost cars, harder for police to track.
This is something that has been a tidal wave of an issue of criminals, organized crime, human traffickers, violent offenders using these paper tags as a criminal instrument.
We documented how fraudulent tags were involved in drive-by shootings and even smuggling along the U.S.-Mexico border. After our reports, the Texas DMV made leadership changes, implemented tougher background checks, and shut down so-called dealers suspected of illegally selling tags. The legislature then passed a law eliminating paper tags, which takes effect July 1st. In the meantime, other fakes have continued to appear, pure counterfeits, not registered in the state system, but easily created given the tag's simple PDF format design.
Once the state stops issuing paper tags on July 1st, the last legitimate tags will expire within 60 days, meaning by the end of the summer, police won't have to look hard to spot a problem.
Now,
I love this. This is going to make the job easier for law enforcement, less crime. This is good news. It's a big win.
oh, it'll be very easy because you won't have to differentiate which is a legitimate paper tag and which one is nefarious. You'll know immediately. If it's paper, it's out.
Starting in July, most Texas car buyers will now receive a permanent metal plate from a dealer when they buy a car. The state is also creating several new types of temporary metal tags for dealers to use if they don't have a regular plate in stock or need a plate for a test drive or they sell a car to an out-of-state buyer. Law enforcement officials acknowledge even metal is not totally fraud-proof.
Yes, there will be fake metal tags, but the volume of fake metal tags is going to be so much lower than what we're seeing in paper. It's there's no comparison.
They're harder to make, he says, and harder to sell than paper, which can be sent through an email.
This is good for cops. This is good for Texans. Crime is going to come down as a result of this law.
Law enforcement officials tell us some
Yes.
people who buy fraudulent paper tags are actually duped by the sellers into believing it's legal to purchase a temporary tag, or unscrupulous car dealers sometimes use paper tags to sell problem cars that may not qualify for a regular plate. So if you're in that situation and you didn't know, police are warning it's time to get your car registered legitimately to avoid being stopped when the new law takes effect. Brittany?
Scott, thank you. Also, the new license plate system also means changes for people who are buying or selling new or used cars. Tomorrow night, we're going to tell you what you need to know about the new process and how to protect yourself. Plus,
That is excellent news. I'm so glad to hear that. It's going to make it so much easier for law enforcement. I always thought these paper tags looked weird anyway. So them getting a temporary metal plate, it just looks better. It's weird when you see a brand new car, nice car, that has this paper tag. It just to me it looks out of place. But so when you get a temporary one that says Texas on it's metal, this looks a little classier too. So I really like this. And anything that's going to make law enforcement's job easier to crack down on crime, these criminal organizations, this fake dealership which sold 17,000 cars in 8 months, a little empty lot. I mean, I guess they ran out of cars to sell. You sold 17,000 in 8 months, so I guess that's where all the cars went because you sold so many, apparently. But this is great news. I love to hear it. You know, criminals find so many ways to make money, find loopholes in the system. They find holes in the system that are easy for criminals to commit their crimes. I love this, but let me know what you think in the comments. And where are you from? Are you from a different state watching this? And what kind of temporary tags do you guys have in your state when you have people buy new cars off of the lot or cars in general? But this is great news here in the state of Texas. A big win for law enforcement, as I said. And I would like to see more things like this, because this was a problem at the border with people smuggling people across the border. And we even had an officer here die because of this. But yeah, I like it. All right, guys, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Take care.